The ships slide through a mirror-flat ocean stained red with spring seaweed. Columns of rock improbably draped with pine trees tower out of the mist. The men on the ships watch silently as the samurai prowl the deck above. They will make land near Kyoto, and their lord Hideyoshi will lead the siege of the city of 10,000 shrines. Within Kyoto, rebels hold prisoner Lord Nobunaga, the man who would unify Japan. The islands of Japan remain a patchwork of bickering samurai warlords, who still settle conflicts with ritualized duels. Nobunaga seeks to forge a single Japan, dragging the provincial samurai into the modern era. Like his master Nobunaga, Hideyoshi wins his battles by volleys of muskets, fully exploiting the firearms recently introduced by Portuguese sailors. Hideyoshi intends no bargaining. He will demand once for Nobunaga's release, then storm the city.
Lord Nobunaga is in Kyoto. We must rescue him to restore his honor. The rebels in Kyoto have executed Lord Nobunaga. They will pay for this offense with their lives. Leave no castle standing. Prepare to disembark on enemy shores. We will send in saboteurs to open that wall. We have captured enemy bombards. We have captured the enemy town center.
御意にいざ。ご命令を承知。いざ仰せの通り。いざ承知。御意に仰せの通り。承知。ご命令を仰せの通り。承知。いざ戦じゃ。仰せの通り。いざ行け。はっ承知。仰せの通り。いざ 御に。仰せの通り。承知。仰せの通り。いざ。
Shouts of assent ring around the hall as the sons of Ragnar finish speaking, and ravens fly upwards, eager to bring good tidings to the Aesir. Moments later, the sky flashes with lightning and booms with thunder, signaling the approval of the gods. Days later, the mustering begins. Kings, jarls, warriors, and common folk alike gather, eager to seek vengeance on the Northumbrian king Isla for the dishonorable slaying of Ragnar. Ivar, one of Ragnar's sons, has sworn to carve the blood eagle on Isla in retribution. It is a sight to behold. Hundreds of longships bear crews of valiant Norsemen and enough supplies to last the army months. The Valkyries look on, for they will soon swell Odin's hall with brave warriors who fall in the coming battles. Ragnar's sons approach a small band of warriors with a dangerous but important quest: to scout the British Isles and establish a camp. When the army arrives, it will need a secure base from which to strike out against the Anglo-Saxon kingdoms that dominate the British mainland. Thor is pleased, for the seas are benign and the winds favorable, allowing the longships a serene passage across the North Sea. As they near York, the seat of Northumbria, the sound of the sea mingles with the grinding of axes. Skarls eagerly prepare to craft the verses for a saga that will be passed down until the end of time.
There lies our target, the fortified city of York. We must find a safe location to land and wait for the rest of our mighty brethren to arrive before we seek Valhalla together.
My lord, we have scouted the British Isles. Far-seeing Odin has showed us several sites where we can strike our tents.
Let us make haste and disembark. Our presence must go unnoticed, for now.
Buin. Ja.
Alt i lagi. Vil ek. Alt i lagi. Vil ek. Ja.
In the distance, wooden towers as tall as giants take shape in the dense morning fog that hovers over the vast Poyang Lake. These wooden islands, each carrying 2,000 or 3,000 men and horses, are tall enough to scale city walls. Their target is the Ming city of Nanchang. The Mongol Yuan dynasty is on the verge of collapse, and Chinese warlords are eager to take its place. The Han want to make use of the fighting between their rivals, the Ming and the Wu, to launch a surprise attack on the Ming and seize the Yangtze region from them. The Ming, however, are not prepared to surrender Nanchang so easily, and their army sails north to face the Han. The Ming general, Zhu Yuanzhang, is outnumbered, but he is determined to thwart the Han ambitions. After all, only one warlord can rule China.
We have almost reached Lake Poyang. Our shipments for the construction of the Great Temple in Nanchang will be here shortly as well.
Watch out, Admiral! The enemy navy is blocking the passage ahead!
No worries. We will blast their ships into 1,000,000 pieces.
Our village is at your disposal, Admiral.
We have constructed this mighty trebuchet to help you tear down the enemy towers.
The Empire, long divided, must unite. Long united, must divide. Thus it has ever been. In the dying days of the Han dynasty, the Empire was like a precious vase knocked off its pedestal. As it fell towards the ground, some refused to accept the inevitable and imagined that the worst had passed. The more far-sighted positioned themselves to pick up the pieces. China had been plagued for years by peasant revolts. While the commoners languished in poverty, the emperor's eunuch servants only enriched themselves, with each corrupt act and every extortion thinly veiled as a tax. More angry peasants crossed the line into open rebellion. Like streams joining together in a mighty river, hundreds of thousands of rebels flocked to the Yellow Turban's banner. Their leader was a man named Zhang Jue, a cultist who could summon storms and shadow warriors to do his bidding. Yet in empowering the warlords to deal with the rebellion, the Emperor set the stage for a power struggle that would tear the country apart. Dong Zhuo, a warlord from the western frontier, used the turmoil to capture the capital of Luoyang. Under the guise of restoring order, he usurped the throne and turned the emperor into a puppet. An alliance soon formed to topple him, and among its ranks was Sun Jian. Though he could trace his lineage back to the legendary Sun Tzu, author of The Art of War, Sun Jian was a man of modest means. His master Yuan Shao and the other alliance leaders viewed him and his clan as little more than peasants. Yet, what Sun Jian lacked in power, he made up for in ambition and ingenuity. At the age of 17, he had scattered a bandit force by waving his arms and pretending to give orders to a hidden army. Now, in another display of bravery that impressed even Yuan Shao, Sun Jian volunteered to lead the charge on the capital. With his young sons Sun Ce and Sun Quan in tow, he set out to make a name for himself.
You have a skill for self-promotion, Master Sun. Now, back your claims and capture a district of the city to prove your worth.
Dong Zhuo relies on the city. Economic districts provide resources. Military districts train soldiers, and palaces yield gold and advanced technologies. We must capture these. We have captured a district. All of Luoyang will soon fall.
The Empire, long divided, must unite. Long united, must divide. Thus it has ever been. In the dying days of the Han Dynasty, the Empire was like a precious vase knocked off its pedestal. As it fell towards the ground, some refused to accept the inevitable and imagined that the worst had passed. The more far-sighted positioned themselves to pick up the pieces. China had been plagued for years by peasant revolts. While the commoners languished in poverty, the emperor's eunuch servants only enriched themselves, with each corrupt act and every extortion thinly veiled as a tax. More angry peasants crossed the line into open rebellion. Like streams joining together in a mighty river, hundreds of thousands of rebels flocked to the Yellow Turban's banner. Their leader was a man named Zhang Jue, a cultist who could summon storms and shadow warriors to do his bidding. Across the empire, ambitious warlords exploited the feeble imperial court to empower themselves. None were more persistent in this pursuit than Cao Cao. The son of a commander who had bought his way to power, Cao Cao was no stranger to the corruption consuming the court. He openly mocked all those who decried the state of the empire while doing nothing to change it. Virtue without action is a luxury reserved for times of peace, he said. But in times of trouble, it is ability and decisive action that lead to victory. In Cao Cao's heart burned the twin flames of confidence and ambition. Once unleashed, these would consume the very empire he purported to save. Yet, at that moment, he was only one of hundreds of ambitious warlords making a name for themselves. Serving as a cavalry commander under General Huang Fusong, Cao Cao was sent to quell the Yellow Turban rebels near the city of Yingchuan. Thus began the rise of the great usurper.
The Yellow Turban's leader hides in Yingchuan. I'll leave you in charge of the cavalry. Drive the rebels out quickly, Commander.
In the early 13th century, a traveller approached the north.
I thought you might return. Now, where were we? I told you about the folly of Aristagoras and the great king's wrath. There was Themistocles, the defense of Greece, and the rise of Athens. Ah yes, Brasidas and Lysander, and the great war that tore Greece apart. My, we really did cover quite a lot. Perhaps this time I'll stick to a single subject. While the Greeks squabbled endlessly, To their north there lay the entirely unremarkable kingdom of Macedon, a poor, rugged land, its borders beset by belligerent neighbors and riven from within by feuding nobles. For centuries, the kings of Macedon had done all they could just to hold this fragile fiefdom together. Glorious expansion was out of the question. All this changed when Philip took the throne. His was an improbable kingship. The crown only passed to Philip after both of his older brothers had their turns on the throne cut short. One slain in battle, and the other by an assassin's blade. Determined not to meet the same fate, Philip immediately set to reforming the Macedonian military, arming his soldiers with pikes as long as 4 men laid head to toe. As for those troublesome nobles, the prospect of prize commands in Philip's new army provided a tempting incentive to good behavior. When Philip marched against the Scythians, his eyes set on yet more plunder to feed his growing realm. There was a new commander among his forces, his teenage heir, Alexander. A boy of little experience, but tremendous ambitions. Philip was about to give his son a first, alluring taste of glory.
Hold the line! Any man who turns his back will answer to me! Alexander! Make yourself useful and go protect the baggage camp. And take that horrible horse with you. It's spooking the others.